Well, I dragged this thing out again. A lot of my longtime viewers are pretty familiar with this mower. This is a 2002 Rally, Electrolux product, of course, AYP. And I've had this thing for ages. It's got to be at least 5 years now, maybe more. I think I picked this mower up in 2018. Summer of 2018, late summer, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it was, I don't think it would be old enough to be 2017, but this mower was in a garage that one of my friends had when he moved into his house. There's a whole bunch of stuff in the garage, and there was this mower and a weed eater, and I got both of them. I don't know if I got them for free or if I paid like a small amount of money for them. I think I'm pretty sure these were free. But I really wanted this mower. I wanted a Rally for a while. I had a family member that had one. I really liked the logo on the deck. And at the time, I don't think I had anything with a Classic Series Briggs. Or at least anything that ran with a Classic Series Briggs. So this was, I think, one of my first Classic Series Briggs mowers. I'm not too sure. I may have had some more before this. I don't really remember too much because I had so many mowers back then. But this was a mower that I used a lot. When I got it going, I used it. There's some stuff on this that's not original. The side discharge came off of that weed eater deck I was mentioning. The carburetor gas tank assembly, not maybe the air cleaner, came off of a 1998 MTD, as well as the top cowling cover, because the original one on this was pretty much all the paint on it was gone. But I will say now this one, the paint's starting to disappear in the same way. But yeah, so the cowling says 98 on it, so it's a bit different. This is all same era. And actually the one that was on this, it had the same decal. The only difference was I think the read instructions before starting was up here, and it said briggsandstratton.com on the bottom, or maybe Briggs & Stratton, something, I don't know, it was something like that. It was ever so slightly different with the decal. I don't know if that's the original muffler or not. I know I swapped mufflers around a lot back then. But this mower, when I got it originally, it was in really good condition. It was covered with dust and dirt. When I washed it, it looked amazing. It looked brand new. It still had its shine to it. Typical fashion of these cheesy AYP mowers is along the front there. The paint started to chip. I'm surprised there's as much paint there, because normally they're all gone on these all the way up to about here. But that surfaced recently when I dug it out of storage. Same with that scab, and then around the wheels. The sad part about this mower is the deck is cracked in 2 spots. Actually 3, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 3. There's a crack here, another one here, and you can just kind of see this whole side of the deck flexes. Now this is really thin steel. I think this is, oh geez, 16 gauge steel or something, 15 gauge. It's not much. You can even see it's starting to chip over here. And I've been using this mower. I've used this mower very sparingly these past couple years. Past 2 to 3 years, this has been staying in the shed at my grandparents' house, where I'll use it in fall for leaf cleanups. Because the lawn boy they have, with lawn boys, they don't mulch leaves very good. With this one, it does pretty good, and with this deflector, it makes the little windrows of grass or whatever. I don't know if I started it up last year. Actually, I think I did. I used it for a little bit last year, and then when I noticed the deck was cracked, I pulled it out of service. Also, this used to be set to a very low cutting position. I adjusted the wheels up, but the original position, it was starting to crack around there. So, plans for this mower, I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. It'll probably be several years. I want to keep this mower because I've had it for so long, and it's been a great mower. At one point in time, this was, I'd say, my favorite mower that I had. Now that I have some super recyclers, it's kind of hard to argue with that. And lawn boys too, all sorts of nicer mowers than this. But this was probably one of my favorites. This mower, I used it a lot more than it should have been used. I used this on my route. I take it to other people's houses and motor yards with it. Sometimes mowing 5 yards in one day with this thing. I overworked this mower. But yeah, this engine has always been really nice. It's always fired right up. It's a classic. And still to this day, it's one of the better ones that I've messed with. Yeah, not really much to go wrong with this. It's just basic, simple push mower. Now, it's been moved around a lot in the past couple months due to some issues. One of them being that the mower was sitting like this, so there's probably a bunch of oil now in the head. It still has enough oil to run. I want to fire it up. I don't know if I'm going to do any mowing with it because I just cleaned it up. I might, I don't know. But there also might be some water in the fuel tank, so that might also hinder it from firing up. But I'll get the petrol tank out and we'll fire this up and see what it does. I'm pretty sure it'll fire up with no issues. May have flooded the carburetor, but this thing has been sitting for so long, I kind of want to make sure it will start. And proof that it's a cold start. If this fires up on the first pull, I will be very surprised. But it's done that before, so I don't know. And this cable here is breaking. That's a new issue that I'll have to address. I'd be damned. I'm a little bit impressed because it had water in it and it was sitting on its side a lot. I'm surprised it didn't smoke as much as it did. What the heck, we'll do some mowing. The fact that it fired up right away. I don't know if I should be surprised or not. This mower has always been very reliable, but I am surprised. And it cuts great. The blade's a bit dull. One of the reasons why I did use it for the mulching, not just besides having it over there because it's lightweight, but it was, the blade on it was kind of dull, and for some reason I've noticed mulching leaves makes the blades really dull on these. But this thing still works. I'm astonished. But yeah, welcome back. Old kind of entry-level lawnmower. Now you might see more videos of this. I like mowing with it. I got a couple more pieces of equipment I think I'll film at some point. One of them being the super recycler here. I need to clean it up first, but ooh, this thing's beautiful.